All right, we're live. We're live.
Live.
Yep. 5, 6. Okay, everything's rolling. Welcome back to another segment of what we're calling Champions of Our Business. It's a short podcast where we want to celebrate the people and understand more deeply the people that work at Dreamworx Roofing, because people are such an important part of our business that I feel like a typical meet the team just doesn't do enough. And I think everybody at our company has such a good story to tell that we have this podcast equipment. I want to tell the stories of the great people who work here. So I'm joined today by the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jose Colon.
Hey.
Mr. Jose Colon-Ortiz.
That's the guy.
Jose, I'm trying to think. I would normally start this part by saying, like, hey, okay, here's what this person does. Here's what this person does in our company. And I was thinking, rifling off all the things that you do in our company, and the list was getting a little bit too long in my mind. Yeah. So in the basic of terms, what is it that you do here with Dreamworx Roofing?
So in basic terms, I'm pretty much the person that meets the customer, at first, right? At first glance, like I'm there at the start of the job. I'm there at the end of the job.
Yep.
I'm the guy that opens it and closes it, right? So interaction with like the customer is like the first thing that I initiate in my morning. The first phone call, give them a time of when they should expect us there. Myself, the crew, the delivery, once on site, I do an inventory check, make sure the guys are fully loaded, ready to, attack the day. And then throughout the day, of course, I have other jobs that I do visit, either be siding, staining seam, all that good stuff. So pretty much that's where I'm at, like that's how I carry out my day, and a lot more stuff in between,
Would it be fair to call you outside chaos coordinator?
Yeah.
You think that would?
Yeah.
I
mean, it does get that real at times. You know what I'm saying? I am faced time to time with some difficult challenges. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to some, homeowners that take a lot more pride into their property and wants things like safe and secure.
Yep.
There's times at the request of the homeowner, I have to stay there and be there on site the whole day, which is impossible in my position, right?
Yeah.
But
you can't be in two places at one time,
but
right?
it can get chaotic. Yeah. So that fits well.
Yeah, because I mean your official term is outside project manager.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Outside project manager. So Jose is the man who's making sure that the customers are well informed, crews are well informed, that everything goes as planned on the day of the job. Now, more often than not, things don't normally go the way that they're supposed to go. But
and we're always driving off that leaving a good experience. At the end of the day, whatever it may be, whatever it may take. As much as I want to explode, at times, LOL, right?
Yeah.
But I keep my composure.
Yeah.
And I keep it really simple, clean cut. Information and if it's like something that's really being a problem, chain of command is in order, right? So
right.
Go off of Stevie, and if not Stevie Moses, if not Charlie will have the last say.
Yeah.
And we'll get it right. You know
right.
what I'm saying? But we always have the challenges,
Right. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, you are you're a rock star. You do more in a day before I wake up than I think most people get.
Let's not talk about the times I wake up and why am I here 2 hours prior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
There's been plenty of times where I've woken up to a text message at 4:30 in the morning. And
that's intended for when you wake up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not you don't have to answer there.
Yeah. There's times
put it out there.
There's times I've been awake though, and I'm like,
right.
So like I was mentioning there, like you have some of the strongest work ethic that I've ever seen, and again, internally grateful for everything that you do here and the amount of work that you put in here, because there's a lot of untold hours that I know you put in here that a lot of people don't see. Customers don't see, even we don't see it. But I want to let you know that even though we're not there, we see it.
Yeah, no,
right?
no, I know.
We always see it. So explain to me, where do you think some of that work ethic comes from? Maybe take me back to the beginning.
Okay.
Take me back to the beginning of Mr. Jose, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So
where were you born? Where
Okay.
Where did you come from?
yeah. There's a testimonial and all that.
Yeah.
So I am originally from Puerto Rico, born there but raised out here in the state. That's why you can't hear too much of my accent, and el español. That I dominate well as also. But look, so I was born in Puerto Rico. At a few months old, I was brought to the States. First landed in Florida.
Okay.
From Florida, we went to New York, and then from New York, we ended up in Philly, and then I reside in York, PA.
Mm-hmm.
But in that gap of time, right, at the age of 10, I decided to, because my mother and my father weren't together.
Mm-hmm.
They had separated by the time my mom left Florida, and me and my mom made it up to up north.
Right.
But and that's to behind in Puerto Rico. But the thing is that when I went to go meet my father, that's when things started to happen where the value of a dollar, right, work for what you want. And my father installed that in me. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I wake up at 3:30 in the morning, it's because of my father. You know what I'm saying? Installing that, first worm, what is it? First bird catches the first worm.
Yeah, early bird gets the worm.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
La lombriz. Pero the thing is that, he showed me the way. He paved the path for me to always sweat for my dollar, never ask for one, right?
Right.
And I started working as early as 11, 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
In a place in Puerto Rico called Rio Piedras. It's a city, and there they were building developments,
Mm-hmm.
and I was part of I would grade the grounds with a hard rake.
Okay.
And I would go over the place and just grade, the dirt, what I mean? But that was my first job. It was official, obviously my dad, he would minister the money because I was so young. But he helped me to save and be responsible. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's where everything,
So your
originates.
first job was in Puerto Rico in landscaping.
In landscaping.
Is that where you, how old, you said you were about 11 or
11, 12.
about 11 or
Yeah.
11 or 12 at that point. Is that where you picked up the majority of your Spanish? Did you?
So that's a funny story. So when I first got to Puerto Rico, I didn't know a lot of Spanish. I didn't know how to pronounce certain words, read out sentences. In school in Puerto Rico, they called me the Americano, because I knew so much good English, and everybody would bring me their homework.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And help me.
They would bring you
their English homework. You know what I'm saying? Because we had an English class.
Yeah.
And of course, for maybe a pack of cookies or for a pop, I would help them out.
Yeah.
Not do it for them. Yeah, that's not good,
of course.
But I'll help them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or whatever. So I learned how to dominate Spanish with a Webster dictionary, writing English sentences out and then translating it and looking for the words along the way, and that's how I kind of dominated my Spanish. You know what I'm saying? I got stronger at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't.
So you really
that. I
kinda,
didn't look weird in school. You know what I'm saying?
So you were just reading the dictionary and looking up
it was an English-Spanish dictionary.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So you would find a word in English, because English was your primary language, right? Because you moved from Puerto Rico at a young age, and then came back when you were 10?
10-ish. Lived out there for about 5 years with Dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's super cool, because learning Spanish, has obviously been a huge, part of your skill set.
Yeah.
Not only here, but I'm sure in a lot of places that you've worked, right? The ability to speak two languages is forever a skill that will be in high demand.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But that's cool that's how you learn to help fill in the gaps.
Yeah. I mean, I had to go through that gap of time. My father wasn't like I said, like always present. So I wanted to give him a chance to endure that, right, with his firstborn. And along the way, what I'm saying, there was just other challenges with living with dad. Obviously, he was firm, and very disciplinary. What I'm saying, father.
Hard ass.
He was a hard ass. And there's some other things in between of it all. What I'm saying, which that's part of like stuff that also made me stronger. Like I'm a mama's boy, right? And my father.
I think we all are.
It's very hands-on, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I've seen a lot of weird stuff, and I didn't like all that, right? So it made me stronger as an individual, right? To like respect women along the way. And I'm very close to my mother, right?
Yeah.
So
Good.
I wouldn't wish that upon anyone when it comes to like abuse, right?
Yeah.
So, but that made me a lot more stronger in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Where you take a woman's worth and you respect that worth. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Women are the people who move the world. As a also self-proclaimed mama's boy.
Yeah.
I get it. My mom's the strongest. My mom was always the rock of my life as well.
Exactly.
And when shit hit the fan, you know what I mean. That's the
run to.
That's who I ran to. That's who. That's who I moved across through 3 different states with her, and so I respect that.
Awesome.
But because I can tell that you're emotionally intelligent person as well, and I think those of us who are close to our moms kind of get that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So take me a little further down the road. You're in Puerto Rico. You're kind of just doing random construction work here and there.
Yeah.
Eventually you come back to the States, right?
Yeah. So of course I was obviously in school, right? I did this on it was like a weekend evening job, but along the way, what I'm saying, I found a way that I can actually come back home, and continue, living, with like mom and everything else. As I got back, I was already 15, 16, fell in love, right? Puppy love. And matter of fact, she's still a friend to this day.
Nice.
And awesome individual. But, she, I'm sorry, mom, she had a handful with me though, because I was like opening up, there's new horizons, I'm in love, so it's like a lot of things started to like happen. I got emancipated at an early age of 16 to live on my own in an apartment, and I think that's another factor where it helped me to be a lot more responsible when it comes to like, keeping up with like rent and all that good stuff. But along the way, I found other outlets. Yeah. If I could say that, right? So, and I was like part of like, a gang, and ran the streets and that all that just caused a lot of other chaotic moments in my life, with mom and trying to, discipline me and I think once I got out of my dad's grip, then 5 years was so challenging. It was like a held down process.
Sure.
Once I got back to the States in York, man, I ran. What I'm saying? So, I was rebelled a lot. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean,
rebellious.
There's I think that's a pretty common story with a lot of people who,
especially teenagers.
Yeah, a lot of kids, especially you come from a a household that's very strict. Yeah. And suddenly, at 17, 18, 19, everything.
Yeah. Of course.
And you run it's that kind of lifestyle is easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That kind of lifestyle is easy to get into.
True.
And easy to get into, hard to get out of.
That's another yeah.
So what made you get out of that? If you don't mind, like diving into a little bit,
okay, so,
like what helped you get out of that lifestyle? Because, like I said, easy to get into, much harder to get out. So
So along the way, obviously, like I had other relationships that happened, after the first love thing, that, because that's never forever, what I'm saying? But first loves were forever. My mom will still be with my dad, right?
Yeah.
Because they were first loves too. But look, so along the way, of course, I meet another young lady at the time, and yeah, she gets pregnant. I'm 22 years old. That also helped me mature a little bit faster, because
got no choice but to
I
grow
have
up.
a bundle of joy.
Yep.
My daughter is now 21, by the way, and it's like, she's like a true part of my story, right? So my kid comes along. I'm still living kind of like a questionable life where I'm finding other finding other financial means, you know what I'm saying, like out in the streets and doing all that funny business, you know what I'm saying? So that was the start of like something that it's happening today, right? Which is my sobriety, right? So I got into some other mess, and and I found myself, incarcerated. Along the way, I found that I, fell into the addiction, you know what I'm saying, of other dry substances. And so that, it opened up a whole, can of worms where I was stuck in the grip of like this addiction and alcoholism, and that was like my go-to, obviously, and along the way, after so many falls and ups and downs with it, I eventually found a solution that I drive off of, right? So, now today, it's in June, on June 13th of this year, I will be celebrating 9 years of sobriety.
Good for you. Good for you.
And this is it's a milestone for me, for a person like me, and a person that have lived a life of so much, heartache and disappointment and all that. So it's like I'm giving back, you know what I'm saying? And it feels good to be part of something so great. I do my fellowship, and I'm part of a recovery community. I help other men in the program, so it's like, it's to give back solely what was given to me so free.
Yeah.
And conquer, this thing we call sobriety today. It has been a big, a big miracle. Let me just put it like that, because I am a true miracle when it comes to, knowing where I come from. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Without, throwing too much specifics out there, you know what I mean? Keeping it clean.
So,
but
June 13th?
June 13th.
June 13th.
2015 was the first day after that, that I conquered sobriety.
Right.
So
well,
yeah.
From the bottom of my heart, I want to say congratulations on that. You're all but coming up on that 9th year here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm proud that you made that decision. I didn't even know you, but I'm proud for old you, because the life that you were living does, at least in my opinion, does not fit the Jose.
Yeah.
The Jose that I know.
It's a complete transformation.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Like I look myself in the mirror sometimes and I say, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Because I have changed so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and that's only through the grace of my higher power, man.
Right.
I've been able to conquer another day sober.
Yeah.
And I keep it clean because I really don't want to lose what I have obtained in my life. My employer, you know what I'm saying? You guys, obviously. My daughter is back in my life. I have a grandson, this is about leaving marks, you know what I'm saying, in my life. And it's a big thing. It's a big thing. You know, my mother is back in my life. Like, because along the way, you burn a lot of bridges.
Burn those bridges, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to rebuild them bridges today, you know what I'm saying, and have it the way it is, there's no $1 million reward that will get me back out there.
Nothing,
you know what I'm saying?
Nothing would be worth
it would be worth
down,
anything to be tearing down them bridges.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I'm here and I have arrived, you know what I'm saying, in a sense where I'm comfortable in my own skin today. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what makes me who I am, you know what I'm saying? And in that beginning, that Jose from like, when I was 10 years old, you know what I'm saying, is what flourished, out of all that. You know what I'm saying? That hardworking kid that today is displayed in front of you guys.
That hardworking kid is always who was there. You just had to rediscover him.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah.
So would you say that's what drives you Like what drives you to do your best every single day? I know you got sobriety. I know you got your family, but is there something deeper that drives Jose? Like, I
I mean, honestly, what drives me today is to continue to be the best person that I was, once upon a day. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to like continue to be that person that I don't know. It's
it's a tough question.
yeah. I mean, my drive is pretty much the life that I carry today. I mean, I don't want to like go back to like, the way I used to live.
Yeah.
And I try to live the next following day as at max service, right? Yeah. I don't know. It's just like it's hard. It's hard to put it in words, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Just I really don't want to. I don't want to die. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I just want to live the best time that I can. You
Yeah.
know, while I'm here and
Right.
at 43 years old.
Yeah.
So I just want to like do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Service to others sounds like to me a big part of what you do, right? Because you're a very community oriented guy between with the recovery community that you're involved in, the way that you help other people traverse their own journey to and through sobriety, and then turning that into the way that you talk to our customers and the way that you work with all of us here. Community seems to be a big driving factor from what I can see on the outside.
No, and it is. I am very like I'm different. Like so I believe in within. I was taught along the way, good 3 deeds of the day, right? You have to meet 3 good deeds, mm-hmm. right? Either be holding a door open for someone, letting somebody pass you at a stop sign. You know what I'm saying? Like be just doing good things for other people and doing them with integrity, right? Without no one else noticing or looking.
No one watching, right?
Behind the scenes stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's more rewarding to my soul than it is like showing it in front of other people.
Yes.
Right. So I'm very connected to when it comes to that. Like I'm a weekend warrior as well. Like mm-hmm. I mow lawns, I do landscaping.
You hustle, man.
Yeah. So and I easily could work 14 days straight, nonstop, waking up at 3:30 in the morning, and it's just in my DNA, right? When it comes to that. But in the community as well, when I'm doing that, I help other people out. You know what I'm saying? Like if the neighboring house that I'm mowing at, they need service and they don't have the means, I help them. I just go ahead and do it and just get it done.
Right.
Because that makes me feel whole. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm very connected, and of course, like the way I've lived myself through recovery, and what I have been taught is what I transfer back out. You know what I'm saying? When I'm meeting a customer, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know, it just now comes out naturally without trying so hard. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So I think the biggest thing that I know that I'll take away from this, 3 days, three times every single day, 7 days a week, you try to do something truly selfless.
Yeah.
So I remember you telling me a story one time that you were driving down the road, I think it was over here by our office, and there was an old man that was like, had a flat tire, or he had something wrong with his car. There was something, and this was only a few months ago.
What was that?
Or the guy had something, his trunk was open, and you like ran up, or like you were like, you pulled up beside him and you were like, hey. Like,
yeah. You know what? I mean, I can't remember that clear, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I think you're right. Yeah. There
was something. I remember you told me you're like that. You were like, I went out of my way. Like I chased the guy down to tell him like that there was his trunk was open or his gas tank was open.
That was me.
I'm almost positive there was something.
It sounds like something I would do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But,
I might be missing some of the details here, but
this is a good prime example.
Yeah.
Maybe a year ago, we were in Camp Hill.
Uh-huh.
We were doing a job on one of our coworkers' block.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so I was there, and here in the corner of my eye, right, I'm paying attention to the property that they're getting a roof. We actually did 3 houses in that block.
Yeah.
Right by each other, and then across the street.
Yeah.
And it happened like back to back thing, right? So I'm over here, and I'm inside of my peripheral, right? I'm looking over, and I see a random neighbor, right? One of the customers' neighbors, like across the street,
Yeah.
struggling with a giant box.
Yeah,
Giant box. I don't know what this thing was.
Yeah.
Hopefully, there wasn't a dead body in there. But this is the thing that the wife is there. She's trying her best to help her husband.
Yeah.
Right. And I come out of the woodwork. I run over there, and and I help this gentleman to like get this box into his truck. Right. Yeah. And it could have been like I don't know, like a foosball table or I don't know. It was
something big and large.
Yeah, it was large.
Kind of awkward to carry.
Yeah. So I run over there. I was like, hey, give your hand, and I'm like, oh wow, thank you. You guys are working over there. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to do that. I was like, no, hey, whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I just want to be of service.
Yeah.
And I help him out. Here later, I get a text from one of our coworkers saying, because one of our coworkers live in that block.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he said, "Hey, they have a Facebook page that they share amongst the community.
Yeah.
And they mentioned me in that post. Like,
really,
it was this guy worked for Dreamworx Roofing. He was so nice enough to come over and help me with this giant box I was trying to load up in my truck.
Yeah.
And that's just like awesome. I mean, he said that you don't see that often. When people could just stop what they're doing.
Yeah.
And just go and help someone.
You see someone. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just in my nature. It's in my DNA. And I think it comes from like past trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like way back when it's like I just want to be available. You know what I'm saying, to those in need. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. And that's that spark. That's that spark, that fire that gets me rolling. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's just like it's natural stuff, man.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
You're a truly authentic, like you're a truly authentically you kind of person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no bullshit with
No,
Jose. There's no.
And I know you have seen it. You know what I'm saying, from first glance. Like my colors have been the same since day one.
You've never changed.
Like I'm not that guy, yeah, there's some, like moments of like fury, right?
Of course.
That I hold and that's why I'm so appreciative of you and those that came along the way that brought me into this company, because I'm able to like release that, right?
Right.
Instead of like using it, you know what I'm saying, in the field.
Right.
I'm glad that you guys are an open book for me to come in and lend an ear. Right. So to get all that stuff out and feel good about my day and move on.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be a challenge. But
yeah. I mean, we're at the end of the day, we're all humans, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're messy. We're messy people.
Yeah.
That have feelings that can get strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for the, I could like I've said before, I commend you on, everything you do. I know you get hit with a lot of stress. You probably deal with more of the stress than anybody here at the company.
I get it. I get it, man. Like, yeah.
So and you keep a cool, calm, collected head, and you're always there for our customers. Which is that's our number one thing, is our customers.
That's what matters the most.
Right.
Saying their satisfaction, their happiness. At the end of a job, brightens up my evening. Yeah, every time when they look up at their job or anything that's being done. And they say, wow, that just looks great. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, guys. You know what I mean? Like, that brightens up my evenings.
Right.
Always.
Nice.
That 5-star experience that we always shoot
That's
for.
It. That's
you know
it.
What I'm saying? So,
that's
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got an interesting question, and I phrased this to I got to get back to my cameras here. All right, I'm on. Okay, I'm good. I'm still learning how to use all this.
Yeah.
So
gadgets.
I asked Stevie this question yesterday, and she gave me a kind of a cool answer, so I want to ask you as well. But so we have a tagline. Our tagline is "We install peace of mind."
Mm-hmm.
What does "We install peace of mind" mean to Jose?
That you're putting your utmost trust in us as a company to come out and take care of you, right? And give you that sense of ease.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it happens, where, you have literally customers have active leaks that are occurring, with buckets underneath their roof, right? Inside the home. And once you do that and you like put a new roof on their house or new siding, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? And it causes, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that peace.
Yeah.
Peace of mind, serenity. You're in your home. That's your sanctuary. That's your oasis, right? You want to be secure.
Right.
And it gives me much satisfaction to install that peace of mind to these folks that are looking for like sense of how you call it, like of ease, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, like, yeah.
Yeah. So I brought it up because when Stevie answered that question yesterday, she gave me she didn't even talk about the installation. She didn't even talk about the materials. She didn't talk about anything. Her frame of we install peace of mind was that a roof's a roof. Everyone, pretty much whatever company puts the roof on is going to do it. But once you have a roof put on by us, we truly do stand behind it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of a customer that we've had recently that something went wrong or something was misunderstood or something where we didn't say, okay, we're gonna fix this for you. Yeah. We've never left anybody hanging.
No.
Ever. Even to our own, even to the point where it hurts us.
Yeah.
We'll never leave someone hanging.
Exactly.
So I think Stevie had an interesting point of view on it. And yours is too. That's an interesting
I
way.
don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's an interesting way to put it.
I love the model. I mean, when I first started here and I saw that, I was like, that's freaking awesome. Like, you know what I'm saying? That catch line, it's not only just a catch line that anybody can actually have, but it's the experience that you have with us.
Right.
That gives you that peace of mind. Right?
Yeah.
It's not only like that, and it makes a lot of sense. Like, I've been to the point where I've been in crawl spaces this little, right? You see me, I'm not.
You're like, we install peace of mind
with a vacuum cleaner because they got specks of granules up on their, stuff, their merchandise, in their attic, like literally cleaning in hands and knees.
Yeah.
People see that, right? And that's like, it's a peace of mind all the way around, 360 spin. Like, no matter what goes down, like, we're going to be there for your complete satisfaction, right? So,
right.
I mean, I don't know. Like, it could go a lot of ways. The peace of mind statement.
I think you put it. I think you put it the best way that you could have possibly done it
along the way. So
you could have possibly done it. That's good, man. I got a funny question for you now. Possibly funny, but I think this is a good.
It's hard for me to laugh. So
yeah. No, you don't. Name me a song that you can sing from beginning to end. I mean, I'm not saying sing it right here, but like when it comes to just name is there a song out there that you can just beginning to end, every word, every little inflection, every little everything?
Man, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I cannot.
You got nothing?
Nothing. Nothing. I mean, and I'm very versatile when it comes to music.
Yeah.
I listen to punk rock and roll.
There you go.
Metal.
Yeah.
And then of course you got your reggaeton.
Yeah, of course.
Your R&B.
Yeah.
But I can't.
You're well-rounded.
Bits and pieces of Casey and JoJo all my life. I mean,
all my life, baby. I pray for someone like you. Great song. Great song, by the way.
I don't have that memory.
Yeah.
Set. Bang,
no,
where I can actually go from start to end.
Yeah.
And with a cappella. No. Especially having this thing in front of my face.
No, hell no.
Even less.
I'm not singing on here. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if you're expecting to hear my angelic voice or Jose's, but it ain't happening on here.
No.
But no, I just thought that was a fun question. I'm curious what everyone's, like to hear the craziest answer so far, But Jose, that's all I got for you, man.
Yeah, man.
Trying to keep this around like a half hour or so. And
that's good.
Your story is one that, I think about a lot, and I'm appreciative every day that we have someone who cares as deeply as you, that works as hard as you do, and that you put up with just the sheer chaos that can come with any small business and with our small business in particular, because we install peace of mind. It's not just a tagline. It's like a way of life.
Yeah.
So a lot of what comes with that can be a little chaotic. So I wanted to take the opportunity again to
thank you. I'm truly appreciative of you, Charlie, and everyone else in this company, man. And it's an amazing thing that we have here. So, yep.
One more question? What's your least favorite part about your job?
My least favorite part of the job.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's get real.
Okay, so one more question. The least favorite thing of my job. Look, I'm going to be very transparent with you.
Let's go.
When I have to deal with a 10-year-old homeowner
A 10-year-old homeowner?
Literally, like
Oh, yeah, like
they're 40,
yeah.
but they're acting like they're 10 and 12 years old.
Yeah.
And that's the least. And it happens. It happens. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. And I don't know if that's okay to say.
Yeah.
On here, but I'm just saying,
For sure.
like, and it's not ruining our name at all.
No.
Like, our name stands high and mighty,
Yeah.
right? But you're gonna have those in between where it's gonna get weird, and it's gonna be very complaint. It's gonna be a lot of complaints. It's gonna be a lot of issues, a lot of messages. And because I gave my business card out.
Yeah.
Just to make friends along
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? But when the customer knows they have my phone in demand,
Yeah.
and my phone number in demand, and they can actually like text me,
Yeah.
every little bit of piece of complaint
Of everything they're thinking about.
I'm gonna get it, and you know what? It's annoying. It's annoying.
Yeah.
But this is where that right Jose, the Jose that has utmost respect for the people
Yeah.
that we work for, and and the customers, homeowners. At the end of the day, a lot of times they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know what involves, of us coming in and getting all this done for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then along the way, as I was taught from a lot of you guys, right? Once someone gets something new, because this is even after, not during the process of an install, but after.
Yeah.
You get something new installed, either be a roof, siding, gutters, standing seam, metal roofing. So they're gonna see something different.
Yeah.
They're gonna look up and say, "What is that?"
Yep.
Right? Why is that looking like that? You know what I'm saying? It's because they're seeing something new and everything else bad is sticking out. Right. But this is when we come in, right? Yep. And keep it right, informative. Let them know, hey, if you don't like that, we can either help you out, you know what I'm saying, or get it done for you. You know what I'm saying? At a cost, right?
Yep.
So, but the thing is that yeah, man, that's the most annoying part of the process. And the thing is that you have to be professional at the end of the day.
Always.
No matter how much it bothers you or sounds like to you.
Yeah.
But you have to keep it civil, simple, clean cut, right?
Always.
And very informative.
Yes.
And respectful.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, and we hear him out. We hear him out all the time. But
That's right.
That's that part that gets me
Yep.
thinking.
So, okay, the cascading message here is we're not perfect.
We're not
Things
perfect.
are going to happen, and we're always going to respond to them accordingly. But we'll never lose our professionalism. We ask our customers to do the same.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a challenge.
It's a
but
challenge.
It's a challenge that I'm willing to take.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
and keep it
and
right.
the art of working with people is a you don't graduate from that,
No,
right?
no.
You're in school all the time. You're
Yeah.
constantly working on it, right? It's you're never finished.
Yeah.
Because every person's different. You can never learn every single thing about every person. So
Yep.
you just got to roll with them punches.
So like I said, it's hit and miss. It's not all the time.
No, for the most part, we got
customers are extremely awesome at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's just like some of them, like I said, they don't know. They don't know, and that's what we're here to fill them in.
That's right.
And give them information.
That's
that
right.
They need.
Well, hopefully our customers now know at least a little bit more about you and understand like your journey and kind of what makes you tick and what makes you such a valuable part of our team here. So I want to thank you again for sitting down with me. You did good. You did good on the cameras, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate
it.
It's almost like the cameras weren't even here.
Yeah.
So
right? No, because I don't do this. We still on?
Yeah, we're still on.
I'm very camera shy.
Yeah.
But it's weird. But I could talk in front of like 50 people.
Yeah.
When I'm
you go to a
testimonial.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or I have to speak for my anniversary.
Yeah.
Like I do well, but when for some reason there's something in front of me, I have to do 10 takes over and over until I get it right. You know what I'm saying? But this felt to me natural.
You can use this experience here and carry that through.
It's helping me.
Yeah.
This
You know what I mean?
so.
It's all about just talking, acting like being the real person that you are.
Yeah.
Right? People get in front of cameras and they act like they have to act like they're in front of cameras.
Yeah.
You don't.
And it usually comes off like you're not being yourself.
Exactly.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you crushed it today, man. Thanks again.
Thank you.
That's
Appreciate
Mr.
it.
Jose
Appreciate it,
Colon, outside project supervisor for Dreamworx Roofing. He's the man. Thanks for watching. We got another employee coming up here soon. So see you on the next video.